And to find out more about a Pro Mod race car, specifically that one, we caught up with Brian Loans in the pit. Here's your tech tip for the week.
Since the earliest days of the Pro Mod category, it's been a battle between horsepower and chassis. Today, we're going to take a look at the Jerry Bickel race car chassis that underpins Mike Castellana's Alanabi Performance Camaro. This, of course, has a blown Hemi in the front of it, and that blown Hemi is surrounded by a whole bunch of 4130 chromoly steel tubing. This is steel tubing that was developed decades ago for use in the airplane industry. It has a thin wall, so it's light, and it's very resistant to metal fatigue. And that's very important when we're talking about a Pro Modified. Why? Because these cars all want to twist when they come off the starting line with all the torque of the engine. Back in the early 90s when the class started, that was one of the hallmarks of this category. The cars would come out with that left front wheel up in the air. Well, modern chassis technology has advanced, and the way it's fixed that and the way it's changed is the addition of what's called a double frame rail chassis. We see the upper frame rail here in the center of the car, and parallel beneath it on the floor is the bottom frame rail. These two bars run, or the four bars run from where the rear suspension mounts back here all the way to the nose of the car. What that means is there's a big, giant, rectangular box that anchors this car and prevents it from twisting. If you have a giant high horsepower engine, this is the way to go. Lesser horsepower cars that say run in Top Sportsman can do a single frame rail, and it's more forgiving on racetracks that may not be that good. But this thing, if you ran a single frame rail in this car, it would try to twist itself up like a pretzel. You have all that tubing to protect the driver, but the most important tubing is the stuff that makes this car effective going down the racetrack. And the Alanabi Performance guys believe that Jerry Bickel builds the best.